And Kelly Hyer, aren't you the best for opening up your Facebook page? The huge, enormous audience that West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation, thank you, has on your Facebook page. And we are
You're
live there
welcome.
today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, good morning.
A little overwhelming. I know we're a ball of energy here, but thank you for joining our broadcast today. So tell us where you are, what we're seeing, how things are going at Kelly's house.
Well, this is my living room, and thankfully my mother-in-law took the kids today, so otherwise they'd probably be in my lap right now. But yes, all West Bloomfield Parks staff were sent home last week to work from home, and we are bringing in some basic, the people that need to run our basic operations in. So I have spent a lot of time in the office doing many refunds with some of my amazing staff on the recreation ends. That's how it's impacted us and all of our customers in adhering to the governor's executive order, canceling things we chose through April 20th.
So it was a little eerie and weird yesterday as I went over to the governmental complex off Walnut Lake Road, right down the road from our studios here on Walnut Lake Road as well, and drove by the police department, went over to Town Hall. Very quiet, very dark over at Town Hall.
So strange.
Library.
So surreal. That's what we keep saying.
Your building, I assume there's nobody in the Parks and Recreation building in the complex. Looked very quiet over there as well.
Yeah, like I said, there's only been a couple of us. We didn't have a ton of notice when they asked us to start transitioning to work from home. So people kind of grabbed what they could. And management, though, we're still in there paying bills, getting payroll cut, and of course, processing. Between Amy DeRozier and I, we've processed over 900 refunds to date. So that process is very daunting, and in reaching out to customers, we want to make sure we maintain that level of customer service. So between emailing our customers, following up, a lot of our senior citizens don't have email accounts. So we've personally had to reach out to them. So it's taken about a week to get that all taken care of. But recreation staff is working from home. Same with park staff. We're bringing them in on a very limited staff rotations right now because we're balancing the best practices outlined by local officials, CDC, but we're maintaining our basic park operations.
You know, I think it's important, A, to set an example, B, because we are either governmental or quasi-governmental entities, and I think, we got to do the right thing to serve the people that we serve. And then I think it's also, good to do the right thing because to show everybody else that it can be done, it can function. And you made a really good point that businesses under the governor's order, even if they are a non-essential business, they got to get the payroll out. They got to make those primary business operations. So my company, Motown Digital, that operates Civic Center TV, we're a contract operator. People probably might not know that, but we're shut down. Our offices are shut down. But our business manager, Tiffany Johnson, she's in there doing the work because we got to get all the payroll out and we got to pay the bills and do the things you're doing. So businesses can't do that, and you're doing that over at Parks and Recreation. It's a big job. But if someone was in a program and it got canceled, they right now could probably use the money back, right?
Absolutely, and that was our priority. In fact, we jumped on it the day that we closed, which was March 12th. We closed to the public, and we started canceling just a week out program. We did our refunds right away, and then when we chose to send staff home, we of course had to figure out, okay, who do we need to keep back to cancel the next set of classes? And then when Monday's executive order came out, we had to jump to the next timeline that we had kind of set behind the scenes, canceling all of our programs through April 20th. So yeah, it was been, we have an amazing team at West Bloomfield Parks, and we could not be doing this without them because people had to think fast, think about the level of details that we really haven't been been challenged to think about
You
thus
know,
far.
and I appreciate you telling this story. People, they just want to go to the park. I mean, I don't know that people normally care about what we have to do to make it work, but I like people to be able to see inside the challenges for everybody because
Yeah,
our listeners and viewers, they're going through the same challenges too with their lives, with their business. So thank you for
absolutely.
sharing that story.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about the pillars of the Parks and Recreation, the different things you do. First of all, there's all these different educational series that you run that we see in your wonderful flyer. Those things, I assume,
Yeah.
this is the stuff that you shut down. We can't have gatherings. I get that. Let's talk about the parks and the trails and the great out of doors we have here in West Bloomfield and the things that people can interact and enjoy right now.
Yeah, so this has been a challenge for us because right now we want to respect the governor's order to stay at home. And right now, she said to us, you can go out grocery shopping, getting gas, the pharmacy. But she also made a point to say everyone needs to stay mentally and physically healthy during this shutdown. And we want to respect that. So we're not encouraging people to go to parks unless they need a safe place to do their daily walk. Um, so that's been tough for us because, of course, we want a lot of people in our parks. Thankfully, we have a lot of options for people. The trail is open, and the different paths and walking trails at our parks are still open. We did close the playgrounds as of last Saturday. And then the other things that we want to highlight for people is if you have any symptoms, obviously we do not encourage you to come out. We also don't encourage sports right now. We don't encourage group activities that might require to use shared equipment because, like they're saying, the virus can attach to tangible items for I think 72 hours. They're saying.
Oh no, that makes total sense. I would be, if somebody's got their company, beer league softball team out on one of the parks right now, I drove by, I would be scratching my head and hopefully, one of the members of our police department might want to pull over and kindly suggest that might not be the best activity in our current environment.
Yeah, and we have a great partnership with the West Bloomfield Police, and they are monitoring our parks because we have a light crew out there right now. And thankfully, according to staff, and they've been checking in daily, we have behind the scenes some leadership calls, and majority of people are adhering to that. It's people are going out doing solo walking, or perhaps it's their family are walking together or playing a frisbee. We saw people doing frisbee with gloves on the other day. So we can't say whether or not that's safe, but it's a gray area right now because we recognize that we're all in this together, and it's a scary, challenging times, but we have to keep our physical and mental wits about us, and that's we have to be intentional about how we're getting outside and finding our peace and keeping something to keep our minds off of all this. And so it's a challenge right now because we don't want to encourage people coming to our parks. We want to honor the governor's stay home, stay safe order. But at the same time, we're right in your backyard, and our parks are amazing and beautiful, and lots of beautiful walking paths.
Well, no, and my observation so far has been similar to yours that people are doing the right thing, and
Yeah.
in my neighborhood, I'm seeing people walk through my neighborhood. But I think it's also great if you want to, if you got the time, to get out, take a nice extended walk. We have beautiful trails in West Bloomfield, and if you need to keep your head together versus doing something that would be, not as positive. Why not go for a walk on one of the trails? I don't see anything in any of the government's orders from any of our governmental entities that says you can't go outside for a walk right now.
No, and she is in fact encouraging it.
Right, right. So go out, enjoy the
that
trails.
was
Go out.
awesome to hear.
Yeah, so go out, enjoy a walk, get out there, get a little exercise. Like today when we're doing this broadcast live, it's going to be like in the upper 50s and nice. Yesterday and Monday there was snow. You could have got your cross country skis out on Monday and gone out on the trails. But
That's
all right, Kelly.
Well, while we have can I just give a shout out that if you do need us, we do have an emergency line set up. So you just call our normal number and there's a recording on there. So if people do have urgent or time sensitive questions, feel free to reach out to us. And the other cool thing our staff has done this week is reaching out to our senior citizens, because we miss them all, seeing them at Connect, and we want to check in on them. Some of them do rely on us for transportation to go get groceries. So we've been fulfilling those essential trips to the grocery store for our seniors. But yeah, we can't wait for this to be at the end of this, because we're people, we're people, and we miss all of our customers.
Well, those are great services. I'm not sure that everyone knows that you provide. Connect is the new facility at Orchard Mall. People may not be aware of it. Why don't you just tell us briefly what that's all about? And I know it's closed. The mall is closed right now, but it will open again. And tell us about Connect briefly.
Sure. So this year in January, we opened a 7,000 square foot space and consolidated all of our senior services there to Connect. So it faces Orchard Lake Road. It's on the north end of the mall. And this is a place for seniors you can become a member. We have over 300 members to date. And this is a place where you can come and have coffee. We have free Wi-Fi. You can meet up with friends there. You can join a class. We have several drop-in programs, so you don't even need to commit to a class. And we have active classes such as a ping pong, our stretch and tone class, but then we have our drop-in knitting club. We have drop-in cards. So there is truly something for everyone. And when we get through this and get back open, we can't wait to get things revved up over there. Staff had an amazing lineup of new things for the spring, so we've had to put those on pause. And we just miss seeing our residents. That you guys bring smiles to our faces. You have amazing stories to share with us, and we love hearing about your everyday. And we're missing you right now.
All right. Well, just let me share this with you to share with your team, and we've not had a chance to talk because it's not a time to come on over and have a meeting with 10 people in your boardroom. But feel free to share this with our good friends at Parks and Recreation and your entire team, who we really care about so much. And first of all, extend our best wishes for everyone's health. And then in addition, if there's anything we can do, if there's some kind of a community thing we can do on TV to help bring people together, and you got an idea, let us know.
Okay.
And send us an email, and maybe we'll have a Zoom chat, and maybe we'll just do it right here on the show and see what everybody else thinks about it. All right?
We don't have anything better to do right now, right? So.
Okay. Kelly, thank you very much. Hey, can I engage you in one other activity with Tyler and I before we say so long?
Of course.
All right. So she says, of course, what are you up to now, Dave Scott? So Tyler and I have discovered that we have an entire new vocabulary, new phrases, cliches that have arisen out of this whole thing. Can we share with you what we have, and just think about it? And if you have anything you want to add to the list, feel free to do so. No pressure. If you don't have anything, that's okay. But here are the phrases that we've come up with so far, and I'll share them, and Tyler can explain what they are. First of all, flatten the curve, Tyler. Flatten the curve.
That's an effort to reduce the exponential growth rate of cases of COVID-19.
All right. Social distancing, something, Kelly, you know all about social distancing. Tyler?
That's keeping a distance from other people so that you're not passing along the virus to them if you are a carrier.
All right. Fomite transmission. Transmission.
That is when a carrier, either a surface such as metal particularly, but also human carriers are able to pass it on to you. Usually it's by way of the hands to the face, eyes, nose, and the mouth, which is why you're told not to touch your face.
All right. Happy birthday song.
That's the song you're supposed to sing 2 times over so as to get 20 seconds, bare minimum, washing your hands.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, speaking of that.
Just come in here, but stay 6 feet away.
Right, 6 feet, John.
6 feet if he's around here.
Oh, he's here.
The happy birthday song, you're washing your hands, you do the happy birthday. So, John, stay there. He's outside. Can we see him outside the door there? Probably. There he is.
There he is, 6 feet.
There he is.
6 feet.
It happens to be John's birthday, so.
yes.
Ready? Got your hands out, Tyler?
Oh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Good job, John. Happy birthday, dear John Atwater.
Oh, yes.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday
Yes.
to you.
Thanks,
yes,
Kelly.
there
That
you
was
go.
great.
Thank you,
That was
Kelly.
good. All right. Happy
Oh,
birthday, John.
Congrats, John.
Asymptomatic. Asymptomatic, Tyler.
Asymptomatic, that is when someone who may have the coronavirus or any other virus is a carrier but is not showing visible signs of carrying the virus.
All right. New normal.
That is the really the new established status quo of society. It's the new normal of every day.
All right. Curbside testing. Curbside
It
testing.
is testing that is done almost on demand, much like a carry-out lunch from a drive-thru.
Yeah, we could add curbside carryout, curbside
Good.
testing, curbside almost anything coming
Oh,
up.
yes.
And one that we hear so much, well, I'm not going to come to work today in an abundance of caution.
You are taking extra steps to make sure that you are not picking up the coronavirus or spreading it to others.
And the stay-at-home order.
That is an order that was that's issued by the state. In this case, in our case, of course, it was issued by Governor Gretchen Whitmer, our governor in Lansing, for non-essential operations and not to shut down, and for people that don't absolutely need to be out and about to stay at home.
Kelly, those are our cliches.
There we
We
go.
just—it's a fun way to remind people what they should be doing. Anything, by the way, to add to the list?
Well, the only thing that I can really think of then is if you get sick of the birthday song, the Michigan State fight song.
That's even better.
Look at
Go
this
green,
guy.
everyone.
Look at his hat.
Look at this. Oh.
All right. Do you want to?
That's
Can you kick out a verse for us, or is that a?
You know, I was afraid you were going to ask me. You do not want to hear me singing.
Yeah, we do. Just on the way out. It'll be real quick. How about just?
Recreation and event management.
All right.
You're a new singer here, so you know.
All right. Kelly, thank you very much for
That's
joining
fine.
us today. Please extend our thanks, everyone at Parks and Rec.
Thanks for having us on the show.
No problem. Hopefully we can do this again. The Facebook thing is really helping get this show out to people. So we know you have a ton of
Good.
followers, and you and Megan do an unbelievable job with your social media. So thank you so much for bringing us on board, and I
Yeah,
hope a
and
lot
if
of people
you-
will tune in.
We have an abundance of time on our hands right now, so I can line up all kinds of guests for you. You just let me know.
All right.
Thank
Well,
you.
Larry Nyland is
Wow.
he's producing the show, so you two can Zoom together, do the
very
Zoom to Zoom
Right.
thing, and we'll get you connected. Kelly, thank you very much.
That's right. All right, thanks, guys.
All right.
Thanks for
Kelly.
keeping our community up to date and everything. This is an essential part during a crisis like this.
Well, you could
Yeah.
do us a favor if you guys have like an email blast or something that you're sending out to people, and you want to mention the Megacast. That we're here at 10 o'clock every day. we'd be grateful.
Monday through Friday.
Well, we probably have that scheduled. Let's see, it's Wednesday. We usually have one going on Wednesday. So
All
I'll
right.
talk to Miss Kernat and see what we can do.
Okay.
Very nice.
Thank you very much.
Okay.